I try and reward honesty. And I'm trying to parent with a reward system instead of a punishment system.
Grandparents can almost get away with anything with the kids. And they're such a powerful influence and force.
Yep.
And man, if you're a grandparent, especially, you know the Lord, you're a grandparent. But listen, any grandparent, I don't mean to sound controversial, but with God or without, you are powerful in your kid's life. How much more knowing Jesus Christ?
I know what's in my bloodline. So I know what's in your bloodline. I am going to guard and protect you from the things that weren't able to attach themselves to me spiritually, because I know that they're coming for you with a force.
Shabbat Shalom and welcome to Israel Update. I'm being joined today by Doobie from Israel. Doobs, Shalom. Thank you so much for being with us.
Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, and Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
Happy New Jewish year.
Yes, so that is something we're going to talk about real quick before we get into some Israel news. But right now, Doobs, the celebration of Rosh Hashanah is happening. Tell us a little bit about that, just for like a minute and a little bit. Just tell us.
Sure. So this is Rosh Hashanah in the Jewish calendar. It's the Jewish New Year. And in the world's calendar, it's called the Feast of Trumpets. So this is the time where literally the people of Israel are celebrating the beginning of a new blessed year, where everywhere throughout Israel, in the synagogues and by the Western Wall, and congregations that are even meeting outdoors, people will blow the trumpets, will blow the shofar, will pierce the heavens, will open the skies for the prayers and mainly the repentance of the many people of Israel as they are concluding the passing year and hopefully entering safe and sound into the next year, as these are the day between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement, 10 days later. This is the time where thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of Jewish people throughout the world, they go to the synagogues, they go to the Western Wall, they praise God, they pray, they go to the fellow friends and ask for forgiveness if by any mistakes they harmed them or done anything wrong to them. And then they get ready for God's judgment, which we always know that it's not usually too harsh, because we are serving a very, very kind and merciful God. And this is a unique time in the Jewish calendar and a blessed time throughout the world for the Jewish people.
It's so beautiful. You know, I just love those images that you see of the Jewish people coming together and celebrating like this. It's something that's so beautiful and something that us as Christians can take for ourselves as well. It's a special time in the Jewish calendar, and it's a time of newness for us as well. And we too have that opportunity to come to God. You know, we don't have to wait until the end of the year. We can come to God now and say, I want this newness as well. I want to be able to step into the new thing that you have for me, join with our Jewish brothers and sisters and do just that. But that's a beautiful thing going on. We love these feasts. We love what's happening. But Doobs, why don't we talk about some of the serious things that are happening in Israel right now, specifically Iran?
Yeah, well, you know, we've been following discovering the story of Iran for years.
Yes.
I mean, with all Kim's prophecies, and he had seen in the spirit this day and age, what's happening right now in Israel and what's happening right now around Israel. And unfortunately, as we're talking right now about people gathering by the Western Wall, by the Wailing Wall, a reminder of the Jewish temple, that the first and the second Jewish temples were destroyed because of hatred, because of brethren's wars, because of the situation and lack of love between brothers and sisters, just like Jesus commanded each and every one to love thy other. And that's what's happening now in Israel with all the political arena, all the challenges, all the protests. Yesterday, the day before yesterday, the Israeli Supreme Court, in an unprecedented session, of 15. The whole amount of their Supreme Court judges were sitting, dealing with, does the new government of Israel has the right to pass laws or not? The opposition of Israel is targeting, as we well know, and covering for already almost 40 weeks.
Yeah.
And the enemies of Israel are sitting there, and they're not sitting there. They're creeping closer.
Yes.
They're taking advantage of the thorn situation amongst the Jews, amongst the Israelis. The fact that even some high-ranked officers are saying that they're not going to serve this government.
Yes.
And the situation is that just a few days ago, the Israeli Defense Minister Gallant was announcing what Israel was able to detect only less than 12 miles north of Israel, inside Lebanon. The Iranian regime had been building an airfield so they can use it to attack Israel when they decide to do that, either with drones or aircraft or jet fighters. And I think it's not the only airfield that they're building there. They're also building, we know, inside Syria, getting the protection of Russia there. And we know that now Russia and Iran are the BFFs, the best friends. We know that China stands together with Russia and Iran. And we also know that just as we're speaking 2 days ago, this crazy Kim Jong-un from North Korea, this isolated country that threatens and intimidates the world and America with their nuclear powers, and went to Russia to meet with Putin and to offer their help against Ukraine. But we know that it's not only against Ukraine. This is a unity that is built and created and born in sin against the free world, against the United States, and in our region, against Israel.
You know, Doobs, you're so correct there. And just thinking about this, the fact that there's, you know, that Iran has got its fingers in Lebanon, and that there's this airstrip that they're looking at building, really what they're calling it is a terrorism airport, less than 12 miles from Israel. When you think about this, how close that is, when, you know, the fact that the IDF has detected this, thank God. But you're right, the enemies of Israel, as seen here, are taking advantage. And this is the defense ministers looking here, speaking, saying, look at what we've discovered. Look at these things that are going on so close to the border, where, you know, it's absurd when you think how close it is. But the enemies of Israel are taking advantage of the division within the nation of Israel. And that is something for all of our warriors out there. That is something we need to be praying about. This is our burden. This is our backpack to bear together. You know, Ezekiel said it, that God's looking to and fro from around the earth, looking for a man who would stand up on behalf of the people and build a wall. We are that man. We are the ones that need to be standing in prayer, building the wall. And so my encouragement to you now, you've heard Doobie speak about it. We've spoken about the joys and beauty and celebration of Rosh Hashanah, this new season, this new year, the new thing that God is doing. We can step in and be part of that. We've spoken about, you know, the terrorism that's yet again on Israel's doorstep, that's taking advantage of the division. We're talking about these superpowers in the axis of evil uniting again. And, you know, this kind of blustering U.S. administration that really isn't doing anything about it. And all of this has an impact on Israel, obviously, and it also has an impact on you and I. Our call, our directive is to pray. And so I'm encouraging you. I'm really, really encouraging you now in this season, sow into Israel, sow into what it is that you believe God is doing in your life. We're wanting to go to Israel and be with Doobie on the ground very soon. We're going to need support to be able to do that. But Doobie and I want to be back in action. The last time we were together in Israel was 2015, just before Kim got ill. And it was one of the best trips of my life. And our plan is to be back there with him, go all over the country, do a whole bunch of teachings together, show you everything on the ground. That's the plan. And we're going to need your support to be able to do that. But right now in this season, sow into your newness, sow into your new year, sow and trust God that he's going to do what he wants to do in your life. And so, Doobs, thank you so much for being with me. Thank you for the updates as always. And we so appreciate everything that you do for us.
Just a quick reminder, as we're entering into this time of the holidays and everybody's speaking about the Jewish New Year, I want to remind everybody that Jesus was celebrating the same new year, just like we are. And when he gave the Sermon on the Mount, it was his speech, his direction to the people about the atonement, about how to become better people. So we have all these options, of course, to pray together in that very spirit for Israel. And also, you know, Christy, for a long time, I'm promoting this page, called Bless Zion, blesszion.com. This is a landing page that I've been able to gather carefully, like really pick, so genuinely companies in Israel that manufacture their goods, their stuff here in Israel, just to do something to fight this spirit of BDS, of boycotting Israel. And I urge the people just to try and go into blesszion.com. And maybe this year you'll be able to buy some gifts, maybe for Christmas, maybe for any other celebrations. Buy directly from Israel and support the people on the ground in Israel.
Yes, beautiful thing to do. We're encouraging you, go to blesszion.com and go and check that out. And everybody watching out there, we're so grateful to you. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll be back next week with a new episode for you at israelupdate.org. God bless you.
Shana Tova.
We have recently joined with you at MyPillow, and you guys are sponsoring us. We have our promo code Kim Clement, right?
It's our 20-year anniversary, everybody. Back in the summer, in July of 2004, when I invented MyPillow. The MyPillow, the queen size, this is the patented fill, and this is the cotton cover we use on our sheets. So it's a very special, limited edition pillow. The queen size, normally $69, I believe $98, $19.98 with their promo code there. $19.98. The king size, I didn't plan this either. They just happened to be in my office. The king size is $29.98. You guys, these are, and they're normally $79.98. So you're getting the best price of any MyPillow in history. If you go to the website, too, we still have some closeout slippers at $25 a pair. You'll never be $25. These slippers are closeout. I run into people all the time. Mike, I have all your products. No, you don't. Do you know about our dish towels that just came in? The best dish towels you'll ever use in history, ever. And when we reverse engineer a product, we go problem solution. I want dish towels that dry the things, not that feel, hard or whatever. I mean, it's disgusting. These actually work. These actually work. But yeah, use that promo code Clements, everybody, and take advantage of that right now.